Welcome to April's Garage, the greatest automotive channel in all of YouTube land, and this is a 2020 C8. It's hard to believe they've been out for almost 7 years now, and it's quite possible we have found the hooptiest of hoopty Corvettes. This was a rental on Turo. It has about 400 rentals under her belt. How many miles?
A bunch. 95,000 miles of hard rental miles since new. This guy bought it new to be a rental here in Hawaii, which is where we are in Maui.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is Tyler's so excited. Like, you get excited about cars, but the hooptiness of this car,
yes,
having so many miles on it,
yes,
like your face lit up. Better than Christmas morning.
I am just as excited about your outfit here, your fit check here. So,
thank you.
April went shopping just special because of the Corvette here in Hawaii and got herself some New Balances to match. Long tube socks. The jorts is perfect. You just need like a Corvette shirt, a button down. You're so close, to be full Corvette owner. A photo shoot is incoming with New Balances and a bikini and all that stuff. We'll post at the end because,
that Tyler's
of course,
going to be wearing.
No, not me. But since you are Miss Corvette spec, you know.
Can I just tell you, these cost $100. By the way, I thought they'd be like 20 bucks.
They are expensive, but there's some magic in these shoes.
Oh, yes.
It gives you Corvette knowledge, apparently, right?
Oh, and you want to know the numbers, baby cakes. Okay, 20,000 C8s were made, 15,000 Z51 package. You got the LT2 trim, 6,600. 1,200 in rapid blue, and 934 coupes in rapid blue with the Z51 package right here. Yeah, baby.
So you're telling me this is one of less than 1,000 2020 Corvettes in a rapid blue and a coupe?
Yes, in Hawaii.
And it might be the highest mileage rapid blue one, definitely 95,000 miles. So let's go over first, like, walk around the rental damage, because this is beat to hell, but the nice thing is it's plastic, it's not carbon fiber, so there's no carbon fiber package. So it's taking these hits like a champ.
Yeah, it's not bad. The Z51 package got this front splitter added to it, so it's a little more stylish and cool and funky. I love the cat eye looks on the front of those headlights.
There's one headlight that has a crack in it.
It's a little cracked. And then so this, when the headlights are on, this kind of strip doesn't really light up that well, and this one's kind of a faded yellow color, I would say. So that hasn't held up quite as good, but I don't know, everything else looks great. Now, the guy that we rented it from said he got a new top recently.
Yes.
That we're not allowed to take this one off. It was $5,000 for this one.
It got all scratched up because you can take it off and put it in the trunk, and people put it in with their luggage and all that stuff, and it just got annihilated apparently. Right. But it didn't break, so really not much damage. Of course, light scratches on the wheels because it is indeed a rental, but not too bad. Looks like it's been touched up with some nail polish here and there. But going around,
it's pretty good. I love that he added this little tail. This is a Hawaii flavor. Can I just say, one of the best parts about this rental was when the guy renting it to us had to mansplain to Tyler everything about this car for so long.
I told him twice on the phone that I had a C8 Z06. I told him 4 times while he was explaining the car to me that I had a C8 Z06. He did not care. He was going to explain how the seats were moved, how you do the mirrors, how you change the gears, how you work everything. It did not matter that I said that I owned one of these. He's had 400 rentals, and he meets you at the airport. He's very nice, but he definitely has a monologue. He's set in his ways as far as showing everything.
What it feels like to be a girl and have everything over-explained to you.
I got mansplained.
And the patience that you had for it, like, because Tyler's not very patient. Like, you did very good. I'm very impressed. He just went through everything.
He was
even
nice.
How to start the car.
He was very nice.
He assumed that you were an idiot.
Well, I try and jump the gun when he started to show things. He's like, oh, so you know that. I'm like, yes, I had one. Don't want me to say it again. But getting in, I'm going to grab the keys here, but you can see the Stingray thing has kind of worn down. But I wanted to get back to the engine because this is what's so fascinating about this. Is back here, and this one is a coupe, so it's all one unit, if you will. You can see the engine, and look at 100,000 miles of road grime and dust and just Hawaii just beaterness. It's unbelievable.
It's very cool. I love this. Is my favorite part when you explain the engine stuff.
Well,
it's my little spank bank.
There's no. Okay, well, you don't have to spank it when I'm right here. But anyway, no problems. Original engine. Check engine light is on for the active exhaust system, but he showed me that it still works. So he doesn't want to replace the exhaust apparently and spend thousands of dollars. So it is rocking a check engine light. And this is where the top actually mounts right here on the C8. And as you can see, plenty of room for luggage. We had 2 suitcases in here, and then there was the front compartment that had more for April's duffel and everything else.
Tyler had a big suitcase packed with all his shoes and his makeup, and I was like, Tyler, we're renting a C8, so you got to downsize, which I'm happy that you did that.
Right. Here's the crazy part. Original transmission.
Okay.
That is the one weak point with the C8 Corvette, especially the first year, is the dual clutch transmissions are apparently finicky and love to fail, and it's like $15,000 to replace. This one, 95,000 miles, rental and original.
Ooh, okay.
Original.
That's good, because like what rentals get beat up.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yes, but I mentioned it to the guy. I said, has anybody beat up this car? And he's like, well, it's Hawaii. There's no speed limit over 60 miles an hour here. There's nowhere to go, so nobody's going 100 miles an hour. Nobody's racing it.
True.
So it's actually pretty easy on the cars out here, other than the idle time, which I'll show you that in a little bit. But continuing the car, there's the backup camera. It's actually pretty handy there because the blind spots, one thing he did want to point out to me are the massive blind spots on the coupe.
Yeah, you did. And I love the little Corvette logos. You got the little V's blending down in that windshield back there.
Yes.
Great view of the engine.
So you can get the convertible version, the hardtop convertible. I don't think it makes any sense.
No.
Because this panel comes off. Not only that, it's probably the second most common failure item on this car, or maybe number 1, the convertible, the complicated mechanism and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if I were buying one used in hoopty, I would 1000% avoid the convertibles.
Right.
This is the spec to do it. You get the Z51, the bright color and all that stuff. And I imagine this thing would sell for $45,000?
You think so? Well, the
Finally.
thing new, they were what, like right around 60? Well, the
Yes.
Z51 package, you have about 5,000 extra, but they're cheaper to begin with, and it doesn't look like a cheap car. Like, it looks like a high-end sports car.
In 2020, they were 59, and the demand was so crazy, they kept raising the price, which meant if you bought a 2020, you could have owned this thing for like 5 or 6 years, as long as you didn't put a bunch of miles renting it in Hawaii. You would have made money. You wouldn't have lost any depreciation at all. It's one of the few mass-produced cars where they made, tens of thousands of these, over 100,000 of these, and you wouldn't lose money owning it. It's unbelievable.
So do you think Corvette made the right move going to...
Trying to get out of the wind? So we're in a parking garage because the wind in Hawaii is pretty bad.
Yes.
And we couldn't do it on the beach. We can't do it. Like, this is the least windy spot we could find that like had some light in it. And it's still going to be a little bit windy. And April's trying to, like, I'm teaching her how to choreograph, like to stand out of the wind and things. And she just wiped out.
Tripped on the front end, the front nose of the Corvette got me, it bit me. Do you think they made the right decision going mid-engine?
Of course.
In the Corvette?
Yes. It completely changed the world as far as getting a mid-engine supercar for cheap money. It made Ferraris embarrassing, Lamborghinis embarrassing.
Well,
because
they've been trying to do it forever, and they started with like in '68 the Astro 2, which is gorgeous, but then they just never got to it. Made a bunch of prototypes and never got to it until they finally did it, which it makes it look so different. And I love it.
I agree. So a frunk here. It makes it really practical as well. And then this.
I'm not
Anyway.
closing it.
She didn't close it one time, and it had a speed limit of 26 miles an hour. It's nice that it doesn't fly up and smash the windshield. That it has that. But is the C8 overstyled? That is the big question. Now that it's starting to be a car that is aging, because there's a lot of this going on, a lot of lines, a lot of different things. Would it look better being less like a bunch of creases in it?
I think it'd be boring if it were, Don't you think? You think it should be like smoothed out, none of these bumps and
That was the big
there.
criticism of the C8, is that it was overstyled. There's just too many creases, there's too much going on, and there's been some renderings of some smoother C8 Corvettes that do look good, but then it looks very Ferrari-esque.
Right.
Like 430-esque.
I get the teeth kind of up here, and why do they do these fangs, and they're sitting in the boardroom being like, Coral, let's do another 2 inches, 3 inches, like arguing about that. Like, what is the point of this? A lot of things are styled to just be efficient. A lot of buildings, cars, like back in the day in the 60s, like that was overstyling. The 60s cars, I don't know if this is overstyled, but I get what you're saying for the smoothed out look.
Speaking of smoothed out, you want to put my smooth brain into this car here?
I just was worried what you were going to say after
No. Here, hop in, April. The interior is what is just totally crazy on this. I am so surprised how well a GM interior is holding up.
Yeah.
Because traditionally Corvettes in the past, they weren't the highest build quality on the interior. That was the big letdown. So with this, it was a dramatic change where this felt like, well, something fancy, obviously.
It is really cool. It's different because they have this bar, which I forgot what year they took it away. A few years later, but this is like I'm in control. The driver's in control. I have all these actual buttons going on.
It's actually really complicated. And it makes sense for this to go away because, like, who's the driver? Who's the passenger? I feel like every time that I get in any Corvette like this, I'm always just fumbling to try and find the right one on this strip. So I get the redesign. It also makes things a little, I mean, you're kind of partitioned off in here.
I like it. I think it's cool. Like, it's like I'm in charge over here. Like, you just sit back, baby cakes, and relax, and I got this.
Well, and you have the drive modes here. You have this little knob underneath this codpiece chode thing for your drive modes. Go ahead and start it up, April.
Well, it's nice because you can almost rest your hand there.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It does sound good.
It sounds yummy.
So 95,000 miles. And here's the other crazy part on this thing is the engine life, 32,000 revs, 4,000 engine hours, almost 1,000 hours idling, which is a lot. Normally like 100,000 miles would be 2,500, 3,000 hours. So that's a lot of time with this thing just sitting there, just idling away.
Yes.
So the equivalent of, maybe 150,000 miles.
It's really cool. Yeah, you're right. It has held up. I love the steering wheel. That it's not, the round is more like racing style steering wheel. You still got your buttons on here.
Yes.
This is cool. There's a little bit of wear in the seat on this side, but that's to be expected.
Right.
100,000 miles.
Not bad.
He said it was the 2LT interior, but then the 3LT is the more luxury one that has leather.
Well, thank
and
goodness.
Suede up here, so I'm not sure exactly which
Thank
interior
goodness.
it is.
Because if he had the leather interior 3LT in Hawaii, this would have all melted and warped and been ruined by now.
Oh,
But
so this is not leather?
No,
Okay.
this looks the part. It looks just like it. But 100,000 miles, 6 years outside in Hawaii. The dash still looks great. None of the plastics are falling apart. This is unbelievable how well this car is holding up. The very first hoopty C8 Corvette.
It is good, because in Hawaii, like, you're going to have sand and sweat and wet
Yes.
combination all sliding in the seat.
You smell it a little bit. It does have a little bit of that kind of Hawaii vacationer smell in the car, but you can't blame the car for that, obviously.
I have a bad sense of smell, so I can't smell.
Thank goodness. That's why she married me. So where's the exhaust button? He didn't show me that in the tutorial, and I've kind of forgotten here.
See, you should have.
Let's see. So he said the check engine light is for the active exhaust. So I now have it in track, which changes everything. Rev it a little bit, April.
Sorry, I just jumped.
It all works. Yeah. Do it again. Dude.
Did you, dude?
Dude.
Dude.
I want a hoopty Corvette C8 so bad.
You do.
Like, the moment this guy wants to get rid of this thing, when something breaks, I mean, I've got to bring this home. Like, look at this girl's earrings flapping in the wind here, just splattering that thing.
What are you talking about?
It's so
I know
crazy.
this is a remote charger, not a remote charger, wireless charger right in here. How do you get it back to the mainland from Hawaii? It'd be so expensive.
You just ship it by boat
It
and
wouldn't
it gets
be
there.
worth it, would it be?
Oh, it'd be worth it to have the first hoopty Corvette.
It is really cool. I love this.
Can we take her out?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. But before we get deeper into that C8, you got to check this out. 2006 Bentley Continental GT. We're giving it away to one of you. Oh yeah, twin turbo W12, 552 horsepower, all-wheel drive. Now this was the fastest 4-seat car in the world when it first came out. Top speed, just under 200 miles an hour, but it's not just about performance. It's got full luxury and build quality, like inside, beautiful, rich wood, high-quality leather. All the details are just stunning. Now, we've owned it for about 3 years, and I'm kind of sad we're giving it away, but I've always been drawn to it. And here's the thing, it actually, for real, it almost got stolen from me, right? So I went on a road trip with a friend of mine, and we pull up to this fancy restaurant, and there's a guy dressed like valet, right? Like all in black, and he's asking for the keys. He's like, I'm valet, asking for the keys. But like, I felt there's a little something off with him. And so I was about to hand him the keys, but then I noticed the real valet across the street. But like, here's the thing, if I would have handed him the keys, would it still be considered theft? Because I like gave it away. I don't know. But I want to hand you the keys, and we partnered up with Fanathem, the sponsor of this video, to give away this sweet Bentley. And now buying a keychain or exclusive, delicious April's Garage merch enters you for a chance to win, delivered right to your front door. And here's the thing, Fanathem, they've been great. They've done a bunch of these giveaways. They're an incredible company to work with, veteran owned and operated. So support the channel, enter to win at fanathem.com/April's Garage, which is linked below. Now back to the C8. Oh my gosh, that pulls you. Dang.
Just shy of 500 horsepower, which it was like 2 generations ago where the Z06 was 500 horsepower. It's crazy how fast this thing is for the base Corvette. And the 3s for the 0 to 60, just crazy. Right, you get a little more horsepower, like 5 more horsepower with the Z51 package, which is worth it. It's good. Oh, this is great. It feels like a sports car, like hands down, you're super low. You've been driving it this whole time, and I have to I don't want to say this, but I've been feeling a little nauseous sometimes. Really? Because of how quick it is, and it just pulls you and pulls you and pulls you. I guess so. It's like a roller coaster the whole time. Well, last time we rented a Jeep, which was not the best for the road to Hana. Unfortunately, the road's closed because it all washed out in the storms a week ago. But what we could drive, this was way more fun. I could go a lot faster, but yeah, you did say you were getting a little icky. But you're not like an anticipator, you're a reactor when you drive. So you're more like, oh, let me slam on the brakes or let me turn last second. That is not true. That is not true at all. Well, I'm going to think I'm crazy, just flooring it, slamming on the brakes. That's what you do with rental cars. That's why I feel so bad for this car. Yeah, you would think that it'd have more issues, but it doesn't. And that's what the owner said. He hasn't had to do anything, which is hard to believe. He says he's maintained it, but he hasn't had to do anything. So obviously, a C8 Corvette is so much more reliable than Ferrari and all that stuff. And the transmission issue they talk about with the dual clutches, if it were such a widespread deal, there would be people screaming about it. So I feel like maybe that's a little overblown as far as the dual clutch wearing out, because obviously 95,000 miles on this one. It seemed like all the failures were early in the car's lives when people were complaining. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they corrected them with the later models of the C8. Well, this is an early one. That's the thing. Right. So, the other thing that I really don't like about the Corvette, the C8 specifically, is the brake-by-wire system. So when you hit the brakes, there's a computer that thinks how hard is this person hitting the brakes, and then it sends a signal to the brake booster, the master cylinder, to hit the brakes. It's not controlled by a lever or any kind of stuff. It's electronic. Scary. So if the electronics fail, then you lose brakes. Right. Mercedes experimented with this for a few years and then stopped because they were like, this is stupid. We can't make this work. Chevy, Corvette, GM, Cadillac, they've all gone all in on this system, and unfortunately, there are some failures. There's some known failures of someone's on a track and they go to hit the brakes and nothing happens. No, stop at nothing? Nothing. Now I'm worried. Now I'm thinking about it ahead of time. It's very rare, but it's in the back of your head. Right. Airplanes have the same fly-by-wire system where everything's electronic nowadays, and Boeing got in trouble for some bad stuff happening with that system. But they're triple redundant. If one fails, there's another and then another, and then the plane's not flying anymore. With, I think Chevy is just one backup system. So if the backup fails, then, but I mean, people jump out of airplanes with just one backup parachute. So what are you supposed to do if the brakes don't work? Die. No, do you put it in neutral? Do you throw the parking brake on? Is there a thing to do? You could downshift the engine and let the engine engine brake a little bit. Right. But you're dodging things until you hit it. There's nothing you can do. That's really scary. So it's going to be the future where it's going to be brake-by-wire systems. The Tesla Cybertruck, for example, is a steer-by-wire system. Yeah. So that's much more like an airplane. This is so fun. But I was surprised, that I didn't even notice the difference. On the Mercedes, you can tell when they were brake-by-wire 20 years ago. Right. But this one, you really can't tell. Does it feel worn out? Does it feel tired? No, it doesn't. But this is my first time ever driving a C8, so I'm actually curious what you have to say, because you drive these all the time. Nothing. You've owned them. What is your thought on this particular one? I had a brand new Z06, new off the showroom floor. Right. This feels the same.
Exactly.
It does not feel, well, obviously the Z06 is a little tighter, a little more track focused and all, and a completely different noise out the back because the flat pan crank sounded a lot more exotic,
Right.
Ferrari-ish than this sounds like, brute muscle car. But there's nothing that feels old and hoopty in this car, like from the way it drives, at all. It's crazy.
So good. I freaking love it. Do you think they should completely redesign the C9 when it comes out? If it comes out, I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah,
but what is your dream for that?
It's going to be about 10 years, so we are probably a couple years away from a C9, and what will that be? Like, right now, how can they top this generation and the current ZR1X? And as far as the sales and demand, this is, it's all downhill from here. I don't know what else they can do. They'll hybrid everything to make it faster, and it won't be as good, So this is an amazing buy.
I feel like they should go with the first prototype for the mid-engine, that body style they had in 1968. It was called the Astro 2 or whatever. That Zorro Duntov design. It looked like the Mira, which is one of my favorite bodies ever. And that's what I think that they should go back and kind of follow those body lines. And they're smooth, like you were talking about. This one's over-designed. Make it smooth.
Look like a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Right now they look kind of like a Ferrari, but you want them to go, instead of copying a Lamborghini, next.
I mean, don't look exactly like a Mira, but they had those lines that were gorgeous.
Yes. Well, we're in traffic right now in Hawaii. This is the thing. You can go to the road to Hana. Oh, yeah, the 4th Gen Camaro. You can go to the road to Hana and have some fun, twisty, turny roads. There's a lot of tourists and things going slow. But mostly when you're going through Hawaii, this is what you deal with. It's a lot of traffic. It is very pretty, but there are some cool stops. So we'll go stop at a few things, right?
The lava fields?
Lava fields, yeah, and a shipwreck. So if you're wondering why we shot an entire Corvette video in a parking garage when there's all this in Hawaii, well, It's the wind. So anyway, there was a big storm.
Right, huge storm, the Kona Low is what they call it.
And there was a lot of wind and a lot of rain.
Well, then my knee's still kind of jacked up.
So we have a Gilligan's Island situation here. That one has been here a long time. We'll go over there in a little bit. But this is a recent wash-up, I think, of a big sailing catamaran.
Oh, this is a nightmare. Can you imagine if this was your boat and it washed up and you go to look for it out there and it is no longer out there tied up?
And it is properly buried here in the sand. It's
I can't get the New Balances wet.
No, don't mess up those shoes. But the rudders, this one's buried and looks like it's bent, and this one, yeah, totally foobarred as well. But
it's been here for a little bit, so it's like fresh duct tape.
Yes.
So
this all probably happened a week ago.
How do you get this out? How does that happen?
I don't know. I have no idea, but the rocks there are going to make it hard. So you got to realize the storm, it washed away, eroded the beach about that high, so it's 3 or 4 feet higher, the waves hitting here, and that's how it got washed up. But then you got to drag it across these rocks to get it out of here, which is
drag it.
It's not going to happen.
There's no way.
Which is why this one has probably been sitting here since I don't know.
Well, you said
since Gilligan and Skipper, yeah.
Nobody knows who that is. Do you know who Gilligan's Island is?
People know who Gilligan's Island is.
So I feel like you could make a dam around it and build up kind of sidewalls and then raise it, put a big circle and a wall and put channels and then get it back to the ocean.
They made a movie about raising the Titanic, It was actually a book by Clive Cussler, and yeah, they were able to refloat the Titanic in the book, and it came up in one piece and all that stuff. So very different from the painting naked woman one where the boat split in half. But this is quintessential Gilligan's Island, and it is so sad.
What are you supposed to do? Can you just leave it here? Isn't it against the law to leave something here like this?
It is an abandoned ship. You'd have to chase down the previous owner to get them to pay to cut it up and remove it. But yeah, it is, God, it is so.
I wonder if people kind of go in it to get all the copper. Is there copper pipes on boats? No, the salt water would erode it.
No, I don't think so. There is a diesel engine in here. Why'd
you say it like you're from Kansas?
Looks like. Yep, there's a a Cummins or something.
How do they rate engine? Like for cars, it's miles. Is this like
Engine hours, sort of like the Corvette, yes. So
like an airplane?
Yep, this one, yep, it's got a little bit of a tilt. The steering wheel's gone. So yeah, definitely a goner, this boat, unfortunately.
Dang, that's really sad.
Yeah, I know. So it is kind of sad. A few years ago when we came here, there was the big fires in Lahaina, and that was terrible.
Right.
And yeah, we came right after the storm, which now the sun's out. The wind's actually going away. It's kind of nice.
It's beautiful. I think it's time for your Corvette photo shoot. With the bikini and the New Balance.
That's hers. It's gonna be fun. All right, now April's decided to take this thing off-roading.
It's a little bumpy, just right here.
She can go off-roading. She can handle it.
Oh,
It's got decent ground clearance, even though it doesn't have the front suspension lift, I don't think.
It doesn't?
No.
That's like it lifts at 2 inches in like 3 seconds.
Another common failure point, and this one doesn't have it, so
Okay.
this is the one to get. But we are currently in the middle of a lava field. It is a road just through lava with the ocean on that side. And April needed another location for a photo shoot. She wanted it to look like another planet, and this definitely
It does.
looks other planety, but it is kind of off-roady.
It's very off-roady. Is that going to be bad for this car?
I don't think it cares.
Okay.
I don't think it cares about anything, honestly. But
Right.
I know some of you are just totally disgusted with that last set of photos, you know. So I apologize, but there's going to be a few more. Yeah.
Tyler Hoover.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh, it's very bumpy. So this seat, the motor, like this back motor doesn't really move forward and back easy. So I can't adjust it. So I'm just kind of like propped up.
It moves forward, it just moves back really, really slowly in a short little burst. So the seat motors have worn out. From all the renters, like 400 people adjusting the seat, obviously, it's done a lot. Oh, that's a pothole. Wow. Okay. She's just soaking up the bumps as Z51 suspension. Oh, let's put it back in comfort mode.
That's a better idea.
That'll help. Now we're in touring mode, and
This is
It's
just
like an S-Class.
like I'm back home in Chicago where I grew up. This is perfect.
The potholes?
Yeah, it's bringing me back home right now. They need to fill these in. Okay, this is a
Whoa.
little tricky. Stop it.
you are.
What do I do?
You're the first person to off-road a Corvette. You're making a Safari Corvette.
Seriously, do they make those like Lamborghini ones?
They don't with Corvettes, but it'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? And there goes a tire.
Are these tires okay?
They are for now, but there's no spare if you pop one on this road here.
Yeah, what would we do?
We would just live here.
Okay, that's a good
That would be
idea.
it.
This is gorgeous, though. I hope they never develop this and just kind of let it be wild.
They can't. What do you
Ever, just let it be.
You can't get water. You can't get sewer. You can't get. Well, you got one power pole going out there.
Right.
But
Well, then there's a car coming.
yeah.
What do I do?
This is like ice road truckers or whatever. What are you gonna do? Whoa! What are
Sorry,
you doing
sorry.
all the way
I was
over
pulling
there?
over to the side. I'm just gonna wait for this.
Okay.
This Grand Cherokee to come on by.
Very more appropriate for off-roading. And anyway.
Do you think the lava rock would like jack up the tire, like cut it, eat it like a razor? Because they're really rough.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
So be careful. I guess if you see photos, then you know we've made it to our destination and haven't died off-roading a Corvette.
Thank you so much for watching. This might be our final goodbye. We'll see what happens.
It'll be fine. This thing's invincible. Time to go back to Kansas. I could do Hawaii bikini Corvette photo shoots with New Balances. New Balance, this video is not sponsored by New Balance, but it definitely should.